stream out. Now I'm going to click the thing. Now we're going to see if we're streaming on here. I'm going to cut to myself. All right, we are just making sure we are up and running here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I see myself. Ellie, will you just tell me if my mic check? Okay, we are good to go. All right. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me here on the First Alert Desk. My name is Tori Cooper. So glad to have you with us. We love bringing you updates here on social media or wherever you are streaming from. And so let's jump right into it. The main story that everyone's talking about in Metro Atlanta is the water main breaks happening in several different areas across the city. And this has been going on for a number of days now. We're entering day 3 with this situation. The good news, let's lead with that, is that crews have fixed the main water main break that was causing all the issues to so many people. Let's show you some video because that's way more interesting than just looking at what I have going on over here. So yes, they did provide an update yesterday. The mayor came out last night and said, there is a boil water advisory in place. Even though water is restored, you still are going to want to boil that water. So there's been a lot happening in Midtown. That is where they're turning their attention now because water has just been gushing out in that area. And I also now want to segue into, the impacts. We've seen a number of different things transpire as a result of this. Events have been canceled. Businesses have been impacted. Megan Thee Stallion, who's a popular rapper, had shows planned in Atlanta. She had to reschedule those to tomorrow, so we'll see if that transpires. We also know that Atlanta United is going to be playing at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and concessions are also impacted, and we know that they're making adjustments to be able to still cater to fans. And we also know that hospitals were also canceling certain surgeries and diverting different resources to try to have a get around with all of this. So this has been a headache for Metro Atlanta and residents. So if you've had water the past 3 days and just through the weekend, you are a lucky one. And if you are one of the lucky ones, make sure that you're offering your friends, if they somehow don't still have water, give them a shot to have a shower at your house or something, because this has been a nightmare. But hopefully that's not the case, because we're told water is restored in all the areas. You just have to make sure that you're boiling your water. So I do just want to show some of the impacts that we were able to gather with our reporters who were reporting last night. We did have our reporter Blake Devine at Krog Street, or another one of the breaks was just gushing up from underneath the roadway and is really impacting a business still tonight. So let him take it from here.
Traffic was light for a concert night.
Make the Stallion show scheduled for tonight at State Farm Arena has been postponed.
As Friday's Megan Thee Stallion concert was postponed because of a massive water main break in Atlanta.
I am so upset. I came from Houston. My flight is supposed to leave tomorrow, so I'm just, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
2 hours before the star was set to take the stage, State Farm Arena put out an announcement that the concert would be rescheduled for Sunday night.
They postponed the show,
leaving hundreds of fans saddened and scrambling with what to do next.
When we came here, I felt like the energy was off in the first place, so I think they knew before we knew, and then we realized why everybody was a little off.
Across town at the Krog Street Market, Armand Pouillon's date night was off to a sluggish start.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to freshen up the way I usually do because water was barely coming out of my shower head. I had barely any water coming out of my faucet.
With several businesses and restaurants shut down, Pouillon says the area looked like a ghost town.
Have you ever seen it so empty on a Friday night in the
Absolutely
summer?
not, man. I'm very used to Krog. I'm very used to this area, and this is a letdown, to be honest.
Back outside of State Farm Arena, Corey Corridu plans on doing whatever it takes to attend Sunday's rescheduled concert.
I'm supposed to work on Sunday, but we'll make that work. I'm sure I will not go to work because this is my priority. But what sucks is that I got to do that again in 2 days.
So you can tell a lot of people are dealing with this frustration. But it does look like things are heading in a good direction. Things are restored right now, and again, the main thing you just need to know is boil your water. And also, experts at the CDC say don't be relying on filtered water because that could still carry bacteria. So make sure bottled water for right now. We do have some information on Atlanta News First of some areas that we're passing out water. If you do need some assistance, you can look into that. So that's the main top story tonight, but I do want to talk about some other details that we have been following and some other stories we're working on. So if you are familiar, it was probably about a week and a half ago, there was a shooting at the 1145 nightclub in Buckhead. Numerous people were killed, unfortunately, in that shooting. And then again, overnight, there was another shooting, but this time at a strip club in Decatur called Pinups Strip Club. And this time, 3 people were shot. We understand all 3 of them are in the hospital at this time in police custody, so they are considered suspects in this shooting. We're also told that 5 other people showed up to area hospitals injured after this shooting. Now, police did not say if those 5 other people were shot as well, but they did say that they were injured in this nightclub. So that's a story that we're working on because it comes on the heels of that shooting that we saw at the 1145 nightclub. Now we're seeing it again at another nightclub, this time a strip club in Decatur. So we do have one of our reporters working on that. We're going to hopefully get some more details, and hopefully we'll hear more from police around 6:30 in our newscast that we will be broadcasting to you on air. So keep an eye on that. And the last thing I wanted to just draw your attention to is some happy news. The Pride Run took place today, and everyone was out there. We were one of the proud sponsors of the Pride Run, and we had many different people out there from our team. Hopefully you can get a steady shot here, but you could see all of the runners out there. Everyone was having a really good time. This video is interesting. Let's see if I can fast forward it a little bit. Nope. Okay, here we go. You can see people running. They're having a great time. We saw many news anchors. We had Atlanta News First anchor Sean Gables out there, Blair Miller, Alan Devlin. Everyone was out there. This is always just such a fun event in Piedmont Park. And it raises money for a lot of great organizations. So we'll have information on the Pride Run, these guys. But yeah, those are the top stories that I felt you should know about and some of the things that we're following into our newscast tonight. So tune in tonight at 6:30, 10, and 11 to Atlanta News First on both Peachtree TV and WANF. Of course, WANF is on at 11. Peachtree TV is on at 10, and WANF CBS is also on at 6:30. So that's when you will see us. That's where you can find us. But we are always available. We are always just an email away. We always are updating you on our app. So yeah, keep us in your loop. And we will see you on the other side. Thank you so much for joining me here on the First Alert Desk, and I appreciate your time. We'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your night.